The Ministry of Social Transformation, Local Government and Community Empowerment is one whose various departments are charged with the responsibility of changing the lives of many St. Lucians throughout the length and breadth of the country. In this production, we seek to highlight those roles and speak to the various department heads on their function. First, we speak with the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Mr. Augustus Kadey.
Well, I assist basically in ensuring that the mandate of the ministry is pursued relentlessly. I ensure that the various parts of the ministry, this is a pretty large ministry, work in tandem to ensure that the desired outcome is achieved. Assist in setting timelines, setting goals and subtasks, and ensuring that the morale of the staff of this organization is high at all times. I think very often when we hear social transformation, many of us are not sure what this really denotes or what it entails. Okay, unlike, let us say, a Ministry of Agriculture, where it's quite obvious what the Ministry of Agriculture does, or the Ministry of Education, they deal with schools and teachers and so on. The mandate of the Ministry of Social Transformation is not always apparent. Okay, it's a bit more nebulous. Social transformation, exactly what is this? What does it entail? And part of my job is supposed to be a harbinger for the ministry to clarify what the mandate of the ministry is. It is one that cuts across several ministries. Okay, so we work very closely with some of the with all of the social ministries, health, education, housing, to help build the capacity of people and communities in the country, to alleviate poverty, to create higher levels of preparedness for handling disasters, for instance. We work closely with agencies like NEMO, which is the main agency in that respect. This is also the ministry that, under which rather the Department of Local Government falls. So we are responsible for all of the constituency councils throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia. Okay, we have under our ministry as well a number of agencies such as Bell Fund, which affords micro loans to unemployed young persons seeking to employ themselves. We have the St. Lucia Social Development Fund that is involved in quite a few social safety net programs. We have agencies like the National Conservation Authority, the Boys Training Center, and all of these agencies get towards basically human empowerment, community empowerment, working with the vulnerable, the disenfranchised, the poor, what we call the shirtless masses of the country. All right, and again, as I said, going back to your question of my role to a large extent is about articulating the mandate of the ministry, trying to explain just what social transformation is about. For instance, as you would be aware, right now we are working feverishly to try to bring about some reform in the provision of social protection in St. Lucia, and more immediately in the provision of social safety nets. Okay, there are issues that we have struggled with perennially, such as the duplication of our efforts and the wastage that comes with it. Improvements that are required in terms of how we target the poor and vulnerable for assistance. Issues like how do we ensure that in providing assistance to the poor and the needy, we do not cause them to get further trapped in poverty by cultivating in them a kind of dependency on government. So how do we provide assistance in a way that would truly empower people, okay, and rather than giving them a handout, to give them a hand up, okay? So these are issues that we are grappling with at the ministry, and we are hoping that we can see the kind of impact that we all would like to see so desperately. I mean, you look around today and you realize that some of the most pressing issues confronting us today, an example which stares us in the face is the crime menace, are actually social issues. They are the most current issues of the day. They are the ones that are really confronting us today. You know, the crime menace is one that, you know, is multifaceted. It has deep social roots, psychosocial roots, and so if we consider the primacy of all of the social problems today, we would realize the importance of the mandate of the Ministry of Social Transformation. The Department of Local Government has moved around a bit, and in fact, there was a study done some time ago, a few years ago, an operations efficiency review of the Ministry of Social Transformation, which was done by King and Cobb. Okay, and I think one of the recommendations coming out of that assessment or study was that the Department of Local Government should reside within the Ministry of Social Transformation. Okay, and this is not something that is too difficult to justify. Okay, I think local government is about bringing governance closer to the people, okay, rather than centralizing it or positing it within a central agency or bureaucracy. And so local government allows for persons, the citizenry, to have a more direct involvement in the governance of the country. Okay, very often when we talk about local government, we're thinking about the entity, okay, the local government authority. Perhaps we should be speaking more fundamentally about local governance as opposed to local government. Okay, and this is precisely part of the mandate of the Ministry of Social Transformation. When we talk about community empowerment, we're talking about, among other things, how do we get communities to take greater charge in the governance of their affairs, okay? And we think that local government, for that reason, rightfully belongs within the Ministry of Social Transformation, because its mandate is compatible to the mandate of the Ministry of Social Transformation.